Yo, what is up, guys? And it is Samool, and we're going to talk very quickly about the hotfix buffs that came to Epic 7 on the 13th of April, so kind of late, but I just wanted to talk about this very quickly because there was kind of a lot of controversy and uproar about this, but honestly, I personally think that it's not as big of a deal as people are making it out to be. So basically what happened is the new Moonlight 5-star unit, Architect LAIKA, actually got her kit a little bit reworked, a little bit of a hotfix to make her a little bit better. And people were kind of complaining that they did this during the banner to try to sell more Mystic Metals with real money and make more money overall. But honestly, I personally think that it's way better to buff a unit during their banner to give everyone a chance to pull for them rather than after the banner. Because if you think about it, the whales that spend a lot of money on this game will pull for every single Moonlight 5-star in the game no matter what, because they want to bank on the fact that they get buffed, or they just want to make sure they have every unit ready for RTA. Now, the thing is, if you're not a whale and it gets buffed after the banner, you have to wait like up to a year, even 2 years to get this unit and save your Mystic Metal. So I think by buffing the unit during the banner just gives a lot more of an even playing field. You can actually pull for her now if you really want. Now, actually looking at what got buffed, guys, I think she actually should have been released this way, honestly. Basically, her S2 is being changed from having a soul burn for an extra turn to actually ignore effect resist. I think, even though ignore effect resist is pretty toxic to the game, I think that it's pretty necessary for a kit because she has so much RNG built in. So if you look at her S2, you're going to see it has a 100% chance to dispel 2 buffs. That has 2 chances to get 15% in rate. And also inflict target, which is very important for S3, so it does extra damage. That can also get 15%. So there's 3 checks basically to actually get past sometimes, especially if they have like immunity buff. And in RTA, when you remove buffs from the enemy side, it's random. So I think this ignore effect resist was kind of necessary. They kind of should have just released it like this. Otherwise, this unit would have never seen play because of the fact that she's way too RNG heavy. And you're also going to see that instead of getting that extra turn from the soul burn, with that ignore effect resist, you're also getting 50% CR push when you actually inflict an enemy with target, which will allow her to take her next turn pretty quickly and use her S3. Now the S3, nothing got changed, but you're going to see that it was very important to get because you're going to see when the enemy is inflicted with target, you'll penetrate the target's defense by 80%. It is an AoE attack, but you're only targeting one enemy with your S2 anyways, so if you didn't land your S2 target, you're pretty much useless because LAIKA didn't really have that much survivability. She was kind of like a opening unit that was very fast and wanted to nuke the enemy. And if you got 15% in, you kind of just were screwed over. So I think very good. The damage increase, I'm kind of curious why they did that. Maybe even with the target, they weren't thinking that it would do as little damage as it was. But they did give it a damage increase. This doesn't really matter too much because, like I said, she's more of a one and done unit where she's going to just S2 soul burn, effect resist, probably get CR pushed by another ally, or if she has in a mid, she can get CR pushed, and then you can S3 right after. So yeah, all in all, I think this is a pretty decent hotfix change. I think it was very necessary. I think if Smilegate did this at the start, if they had this ignore effect resist at the start instead of what's on the left side here, honestly, I think there would be no problems. People wouldn't really care as much, but because it's getting changed from an extra turn to ignore effect resist, which she kind of needs in her kit, to be honest, because of how much RNG she has in her S2, I think people are very mad. But overall, I think it's good for the game. I mean, I would way prefer that they actually do this during banners rather than after banners, because it gives everyone a chance to still pull for that unit after those buffs, and people won't complain as much after. And yeah, I think Smilegate is doing a lot better of a job recently. There's a lot of new content coming out, so make sure you guys save your bookmarks for that. I just want to talk about this very quickly, so you guys can kind of see what I think about it. And honestly, it's not that big of a deal in my opinion, and I think this is a step in the right direction. That being said, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.